This is a 1978 Volkswagen Beetle. You touch the key and she fires right up. This little engine runs strong. Low miles on a rebuild. All of the gauges work. Speedometer, fuel gauge. Sweet little driver. The car just steers perfectly straight. Of course, these later model, last couple of years of the Volkswagens that were imported here in the United States drove better than any of the other ones. So active pinion steering, things like that, disc brakes. There's a kind of a typical, you know, most of the Beetles I've ever driven have a touch of a, sometimes have a touch of a little tiny itsy bitsy shake in the steering wheel, just like at a, like one certain speed, you know, 35 miles an hour or something like that. This one does that one too, just a hair, for just a second, then goes away. I mean, the car drives so smooth. Even the door buzzer still works when you open and close the doors. It's got a new stereo in it.
Proudly featuring board. And Michael Hook.
So I just had a brand new Kenwood stereo put in it. Another thing that I did really that's brand new is take those keys out because it'll stop buzzing. Is I had this is actually an original. Actually 88,000 miles, original miles on this car. It's an original fuel injected car, and I had Clinton over at Moon Air Cooled take off the fuel injection and put a brand new carburetor. So you actually got a brand new carburetor there. You can see that there's, you know, brand new connecting parts and things like that. The engine's had a recent tune-up, oil change. It runs really awesome and really much better than fuel injected. These, you know, 70s model Volkswagen fuel injection systems were pretty notorious for having issues and being unreliable. The most reliable thing about them is that they're unreliable. Super sharp driver quality paint on this from bumper to bumper. No bubbles or rust, no that I've seen. I haven't seen any real dings, dents, scratches. A couple of tiny little spots. There's a little tiny spot down here, a little imperfection. Very few imperfections on this car. And by no means is this the, you know, $25,000 show car that some people have in their Volkswagen Beetles, but man, this is a really clean car. It's got brand new tires on it, chrome wheels, and the chrome wheels have a touch of pitting on them. They could maybe be able to be polished out a little bit better with some, you know, with some sort of chrome polish, but you have to get right up on those wheels to see that tiny little bit of pitting in them. They look super nice. Even this, you know, they call them 20 footers or 15 footers. A lot of cars just say look good from 15 feet away. I mean, this isn't even either one of those. This is a 5 footer. I mean, the car looks awesome. I'm taking this video standing less than 10 feet away from the car, and there's no visible imperfections on the vehicle at all. The glass is in great shape. Weather stripping is in great shape. Everything works. All the windows roll up and down correctly and smoothly. You can see. I think the only thing that's not working correctly is the horn, which is not unusual. It's tough to keep the horns working right. There's actually this little extra thing here. Somebody wired in a, you know, USB port for an iPhone, and then of course the car, you know, now with the new Kenwoods has the USB iPhone connection there, or MP3 player connection there. Turn signals, brake lights, all that jazz works. The upholstery is in really good condition. I believe it's to be the original upholstery. And especially for our original, I would almost want to use the word excellent, but it's not quite excellent, but it's really clean. A couple of little imperfections, a couple of little spots on the upholstery there in the back. The carpet's in fantastic condition. It's got 2 speakers up underneath the front, and then it's got 2 6x9s in the back behind the rear seat. Oh, the trunk is locked. Let's see if I can open that real quick. I know that the trunk, the floor pans had been replaced in this car a while back. Making sure I push down on that lock. That's not one to... Sometimes these can be a little bit of a booger. There we go. That should be unlocked now. Every once in a while you got to get two people to unlock the trunk. It is not one to unlock, but it's just because it hasn't been opened and closed in a while. There's a release latch here that's not quite wanting to do it with all the pressure on it. Could be from the heat too. Well, darn it. Well, the trunk is in great shape. You can see from the still photography. I'm a little bit embarrassed to be taking a video and not get the trunk open, but I know if I got back to the shop and had somebody pop it while I held the inside the thing lock, at least we know the lock works. So I'm sure it'd pop right open with somebody helping me hold that lock open. Underneath the car is rust free. I believe the parts of the one part of the floor pan was replaced years ago, probably underneath where the battery box is. Rockers look really good. Floor pans look good. Nice, clean. And that's that floor pan right there that was replaced. Actually, you can see it better on the other side. There's where it was replaced. Rocker on this side's really good. 96 degrees here in Georgia. So there you have it. This is a sweet little driver. In fact, honestly, I'm throwing my dealer plate on it. I'm going to drive it until it sells. They're just super fun to drive. Keep the top down. Oh yeah, the top is in really good shape. It goes up and down easily. Of course, there's this black tonneau cover, but it is a white top. This is a true triple white car. And even while I'm holding the camera with one hand, I bet you I could probably put this top up by myself because it's just so easy to go on up with it. So yeah, of course I didn't lock it just now, but of course you can see some wrinkles, and I actually just kind of washed the car a little bit for the video, so wanted it to look clean, so you can maybe be able to see a little bit of water from where I washed it with the top. Put the top down. So the top is in excellent or let's say good condition. No rips, no tears. It's got, because it's white and it's the original top, a little bit of this, like, you know, the little black little tiny dots just from being older. Even got this old original Volkswagen patch on it, which is really cool. It is a rear defrost car too. I'm not sure if that's working or not, but I know that typically on a car like this, I never drive it with it. I mean, I've had a lot of Volkswagen Beetles. My daughter drove a '76 Beetle Convertible as a daily driver for high school, and we just never drove it with the top up, except maybe sometimes when it was cold. But the top is in great shape, and I wouldn't replace the top. The headliner's in good shape. So there you have it. 1978 Volkswagen Beetle, second to last year they made them. This one runs awesome, drives great. It's really ready for the road.